Hey there, Hofstra fans, and welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Julian Coulter, joined as always by the head coach of the Hofstra Pride Field Hockey Team, Kathy Angelis. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Great being here.
Well, let's talk about your first matchup, University of Albany last week. You shift from CAA play to another non-conference slate. So, number 12 team in the country, how do you think you guys did?
Well, I thought we could have competed better, and we didn't do that for 70 minutes, and that was what the disappointment was. Our goal was to come in to compete and challenge Albany. We knew playing a top 12 team that we're going to have to play our best game if we were going to get on the win category. But we had some great moments in the game where we really did some nice things and we were clicking. We didn't pass the ball very well, and we didn't play 70 minutes.
Now, coming into the game, they were the number 1 ranked defense in the NCAA. They hold you guys to 1 goal. Offensively, what was the game plan going in there, and how are you going to try to work around a team that was stoked down on the back line?
Well, nothing really has changed with our overall game plan. I mean, number 1, we're always trying to get better every single day. We have on our striker line, there's 2 freshmen and a junior on the line, and we're going to make mistakes. We're not going to click on certain days. But like I said, I think our goal was to come in and compete against Albany, and that was our preparation all week, and to continue to work on that mental preparation. No different than any other match that we've had this year. But like I said, unfortunately, we didn't do that, and we didn't do it for 70 minutes.
Another game, another goal for Janelle Boilelo, and she's really just being very stout offensively. So do you think that she's kind of coming into form at the right time as you guys get closer to the end of the season, closer to that conference tournament?
Well, she's been very consistent all year round, which has really been the biggest factor with Janelle. We've had numbers of different strikers. We've platooned the line a lot, and she just continues to work without ease with any person we put in there. And I think really with her consistency, it wasn't a shock, that she's continuing to put in some goals, and especially in some big games. But she's continuing to bring up her game and challenge herself every day in practice, and it's been really exciting for me and as a staff, especially with the young team around all of us. But we're looking for her really to lead us this weekend.
Out of conference slate is now over, so put a little bit of a wrap on it. You mentioned all year long that this was an out-of-conference slate that wanted to get you guys ready to play here in CAA, play with so many tough opponents, including the number 1 team in the country in the University of Maryland. Now that it's done, were you happy with the way that it came out?
Well, we would like to have had a couple more wins. There's a few games that we definitely should have won the game, and we didn't. Statistically, we won the game and we didn't in a few of those, so that would have been nice to have a few more wins under our belt. But overall, our schedule was so challenging, and we knew that for us it was just about getting better with this team. I am happy of the competition level, and I'm happy of how we pushed through every single game and every practice after some of the losses that we had. So I can't be prouder of the team, and really the charisma that we have on a daily basis. This is a really unique team, and they've been a lot of fun to work with. And always wanting to get better, but looking forward now to what is most important is really this weekend.
Now you guys finish up your home schedule here with 2 games, 1 on Friday, 1 on Sunday. You had 13 home games this year. Do you think that if you had the opportunity, you would continue with that trend with these home contests, or would you like to see a little bit more variety with some road contests in the future?
Well, it is nice to be at home, and we're very fortunate that we had a lot of teams that wanted to come play us here. So we wouldn't change that. To get on the road and play away, for us, this particular year, we had a huge win over Northeastern on the road up in Boston, which we haven't done. So we're quite strong on the road too. But it was nice to be at home, not missing any classes at all, and so that's always a great balance, really, to be able to practice and play at home. But like I said, each year brings a different challenge for us in scheduling.
Now back to CAA play, University of Delaware on Friday and then Towson University on Sunday. Before we kind of get into the game plan against these teams, a couple of notes for those scheduled. First off, on Friday, Think Pink Day, Breast Cancer Awareness. Does it add any sort of special ceremony to the game in terms of the way that you guys think of the contest when you have these sort of celebrations to have awareness for illnesses like cancer?
Well, it's great for us to be able to do this service project, and obviously the Cancer Fund means a great deal to me and our team. So, it's something that we love to do every single year. Wearing pink, I'm sure that the team's happy about wearing that, and I think it's going to go great with our blue uniforms. But it's a great cause for us to do it on a huge game against Delaware right now, and they're having such a great year. So I don't think it couldn't have come on a better day.
Now, Sunday, okay, that's just as special for you. It's senior day here, and you have 5 seniors this year, including players like Steph Coles, who's on the back line, and of course, Caitlin Datura, who has been your solid backstop goalie for these past 2 seasons. What does it mean for you on senior day, and what do you think the hardest thing is for seeing the senior class graduate?
Well, it's always, we spend so much time together in our 4 years, on and off the field. So you establish, really strong relationships with each and every one of them individually. And so it's always a little bit sad when we know that their career is coming to an end as far as, collegiately. And, I think for them there's always a lot of emotions, and certainly for me. But the other part about that is really also, too, it's about them shining, too. And for anyone to go through 4 and 5 years for Caitlin Datura and Meg Lush, it is such an amazing commitment that they have put in. And it's something that really, they should be honored. And to be a Division I athlete, a student athlete, and this group is just a remarkable group. They're exemplary student athletes, and they're very strong academically. I know they're going to go on and do some great things. So it's been a privilege for me to be surrounded by them. But like I said, I think it's a great day to celebrate the seniors and all the time and effort that they put into not just the hockey program, but to the university and other academics. And we're excited that we have a CA game, and we're at home for that. So it couldn't happen on a better day.
Backtrack to Friday now, University of Delaware, the matchup, a team you guys lost 2-1 against in last season's contest. So what do you expect to see from the Fighting Blue Hens?
Well, this is right now, the CAA with being in the top 4 is absolutely, it is critical each game right now. So this is a huge game for us. It's not the one that makes a difference. It could down the road, depending on the rest of our season. So we have to, we know that they're already 3-0. They had an early start in the CAA, and they're having a great year. So we know that it's going to be so important that we just use the last 2.5 months and just kind of look back and see, reflect on the performances that we've had, the good and the bad, the strengths, our challenging schedule, and do whatever we can to mentally and physically be ready to challenge this team from the very start.
Now let's head to Sunday, University of Towson. And last year you guys beat them in one of your last games of the season to actually get into the conference tournament. How do you get another victory against them this year?
Well, nothing's going to change with whatever team we're playing, and every team comes here to fight. Every team, certainly in CAA, is going to give their best game and the best effort. So we're not going to change anything in that respect. But it is important that we are resilient, after a Friday game, and we come out as strong as we plan on doing on Friday.
Now, in terms of this weekend as a whole, who do you think on your team has to be the biggest X factor?
Well, Janelle needs to have a great game for us. She's been doing that consistently. She's been leading and she's been finishing. So we wouldn't expect anything else from her. We're definitely going to need our midfield to pass the ball. The most important thing with our midfield is to move the ball with speed, and they must connect with the striker line. And defensively, we got to do the best we can to protect the circle, and we're certainly looking for Caitlin Datura to have a huge game for us in goal.
What do you guys need to do to pick up 2 more CAA victories this week?
No, we got to play as a team, and we've got to come there with all the power and the strength, and certainly the confidence that we do have, and it just needs to emerge for Friday.
All right, Coach, always a pleasure to have you here.
Great.
Remember, Hofstra fans, you can tune in to the W.B. Mason Coaches Show each and every week right here on GoHofstra.com.